What's up, football fans, Raider fans, NFL fans, sports fans, everybody? How's it going tonight on a Wednesday for the extended cut with your man Prime? How's it going? What's up, Al? I'm here to talk about sports. I do not want to get too political tonight, so let's just keep it cool, all right, everybody? You know, we're getting closer. Getting closer. We are within 100 days of the NFL start. And already I cannot wait. I admit. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this year like you wouldn't believe, man. I mean, we've had to go this whole summer without sports. Pretty much. Outside of UFC and some, like, Korean baseball or something like that. I don't know how many Korean baseball fans we have in the house, but that's what we're stuck with. So I don't mind the UFC. The UFC's going awesome. I just watched a replay of some UFC. Amanda Nunes knocking out Holly, whatever, Holmes. There we go. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. But I don't know. I mean, let's talk about some football. And you know, today it's kind of funny because I've seen more about the things that are going on in this country than I have seen actually about sports. Even in the sports world, I got the sports people talking about what's happening in our country right now, more than actual sports. I mean, did you hear about Drew Brees? Drew Brees was like, you can't disrespect the flag. I don't care. Yeah, well, I'm not going to touch that one, but I'm just going to say there aren't too many people that are going to agree with Drew Brees, so that's just about how that's going to go. In the meantime, of course, people are making projections, and people are trying to figure out how the rest of the football season, or how the football season is going to go. Yeah, you know, strength of schedules and all that kind of good stuff. Who are some of the free agents that are going to get signed or whatever. You know, when is Cam Newton going to get a job? All right, let's talk about Cam Newton for a second. Cam Newton actually won the MVP in, I think, 2015 it was. You know, when he took the Panthers to the Super Bowl. And they, of course, they lost. But, yeah. But Cam Newton is still unemployed. And from what I hear, he's going to stay unemployed for a good long time. Now, I don't know why Cam Newton is unemployed, honestly. If you were to ask me if I thought if he is one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the country, absolutely, I think he is. You know, I mean, Cam Newton is a solid quarterback. When he's healthy, he's brilliant. I mean, the guy is a stat filler, you know. So it's just a wonder of who is going to sign him. Now, of course, my prediction is that the Los Angeles Rams are going to get tired of Jared Goff because he's barely average, you know. And I'm sorry, but it's hard to win with just an average quarterback. You got to be at least above average, something like Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, I would say he's above average, but not much, you know. Dak Prescott, you know. But still, I just don't know why Cam doesn't have a job yet. But I think he's going to end up a Ram. I think Jared Goff isn't going to get the job done, and they're going to get tired of it because they have higher expectations. They play in one of the toughest divisions in football. You know, the NFC West with the San Francisco 49ers, the Arizona Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks, you know, and the Los Angeles Rams. Man, I'm still not even used to saying that. To me, they're still, you know, the St. Louis Rams. But whatever. You took the greatest show on turf. What's up, Dare? Good to see you in the house tonight. You know, you take one of the best quarterbacks in ever, not ever, but one of the best quarterbacks in the league the past 10 years in Cam Newton, and you put him on a team like the Rams, and they've got a pretty good shot, you know. They don't have Todd Gurley anymore. Todd Gurley is now where did he go? Todd Gurley went to the Atlanta Falcons. So, you know, now they've got a strong running game. Now, how good does Todd Gurley really make the Atlanta Falcons, I wonder? Well, you got Matt Ice, you know, No, no, just having a not no purple today, y'all. It's just a soda here. It's kind of funny because I'll drink some purple when everything's golden, but when things aren't so good, I'm not one to drink because, well, that's just me. I don't want to get too personal on here, but anyway. So, wow. You know what I'm just noticing? It's like I'm checking out the comments as I do this thing here, and I can't help but notice that it says, bring them on camera, as if we could do a split screen. So, maybe the commission and I should get together and see if we can't do a show at the same time like we used to. And I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Ghost to the Post show. That was me and the commission, together doing our thing. So, I mean, well, Jimmy G, it's more than average. He just plain sucks. Well, I hear you, Dare. Jimmy G, I don't know if he sucks, though. I mean, granted, he did go 5-0 with when he was with the New England Patriots. But then he went to San Francisco, and I think he won his first 5 games there, but then he got hurt. And then he went on to lead them to like 13-3 and a trip to the Super Bowl. So if he just plain sucks, I wish plain sucked. I don't know. I don't really have a team, I have to admit. I'm just the guy that I dig the Shield, man. I'm a fan of the entire NFL. But if I had a team and going, 5-0 here, 5-0 there, and 13-3 sucks, then hey, sign me up, man. Sign me up. Sorry, Dare. I mean, granted, he's got a whole team behind him. He does. I mean, that running game is special. That defense is mean. But overall, I'd say he's above average. I wouldn't say he's awesome. He's not elite. Oh, Todd says slay the Saints. Now, do you want to slay the Saints because of, they're the New Orleans Saints and they seem to eat it every year in the playoffs? And overall, I mean, they're kind of a fun team to watch. Don't get me wrong. That offense moves, and it's cool, man. They got Michael Thomas, who is now the leader in single season catches. I think at 144 catches in a single season, he now holds that record. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, damn Facebook. You bet. So, I tell you what, if you guys start to see me sweat, it's because, Prime Studios is in my garage, so it gets hot in here. I don't have an air conditioner in here. I do have a fan. Hopefully that you guys can't hear it, but, yeah. And, yeah, he did not have a great Super Bowl. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't have there are at least 2 passes I can think of that he completely missed that would have changed the entire outcome, I feel, of that Super Bowl. But lo and behold, they lost, and that's about it. And the Chiefs won. But I got to tell you that Holmes, that dude doesn't mess around, dude. They tried to bring out that 4th and 15 rule. Instead of kicking an onside kick, you could just take the ball and have 4th and 15 on your own 25. I think that was all about the Chiefs, dude. All about Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. So what's up, Jason Dean Hunter? How's everybody doing tonight? We're doing all right. It's a interesting time in our country right now, and and I kind of feel some of that. Don't get me wrong. If you don't know. Yeah, he's not that good. He just don't make that bad play that cost them the game. Okay. Who are you talking about there, James? That's a good question, Jason Dean. How do I feel about the NBA coming back with their 22 team? Yeah, it's 22 teams that they want to bring back and have them all play in Disney World. There in Orlando? yeah, I think it'd be really cool if they did sort of like sort of like what the World Cup does, and you put those teams into groups, and every team in a group plays each other twice. If you lose twice, you're out. If you win, you go in. But with 22 teams, I mean, it's tough because ultimately, a lot of teams that were just on that precipice, just outside of the playoffs, just outside of the playoffs. You got teams like, oh gosh, let me think, Phoenix and Portland in the West. In the East, you got teams like, Indiana? No, I think they're in there. Oh yeah, Jimmy G's just not that good. Right on, I get you. But overall, I'd just be happy to see some basketball played because I'm a fan of sports and I like basketball. I like NBA basketball. Because, the Pelicans. Boy, I mean, are they not just... I mean, Zion is amazing. By the way, if you were just tuning in, you're watching the extended cut. We're put on by Raider Reaction. Check us out on all the social media, from Twitter to Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. YouTube. You can catch all of our old shows on YouTube, in fact. So if you want to go back and see some of those old Ghost to the Post shows, yeah, absolutely. Check it out. Check it out on YouTube. But, if the NBA comes back and they do this 22-team sort of round-robin thing, man, that'd be balling out. That'd be pretty awesome. I'd be excited to watch. But right now, I mean, with no sports on, I mean, God, wouldn't anything really be good? I mean, I'm not saying anything because obviously I don't care. I barely care about baseball as it is. All right? That's the honest truth. I barely care about baseball. But you want me to care about Korean baseball? JJ Redick, he's a baller. University Duke, out of Duke University, JJ Redick. But, Dare says the Lakers are going to smoke them. Yeah, like a pack of cools, man. That's like the worst menthol there is. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. But, the Lakers, here's what I fear about the Lakers, though. Let's keep it real. They're not young. I mean, they got Rondo on that team, along with, LeBron and AD, But they're not young. I mean, the youngest guys are... they got a couple of youngsters, but there's a ton of old dudes on that team. A bunch of old dudes that have been sitting around right now. And yeah, sure, most of them have courts in their houses because they're balling like ballers do, I guess. But, so it's quite possible that the Lakers could go and do that. But honestly, I'm afraid that they might just be too tired. Just too tired. Or maybe this break is a benefit for them. Maybe it's a break that the Lakers haven't had to play. So all those old bodies. Oh my gosh, I was watching the Cornhole Championships too. Some people call it bags or whatever, but they call them Cornhole. It's the Cornhole Championship. Yeah. I watched it for a good 10 minutes because I admit, if you say championship, if it's a championship game, then I might watch it. What did I watch so far? The dumbest thing I think I watched was the NCAA, the college dance and cheerleading championship or something like that. And Stanford, no, who was it? Somebody got robbed. The Ohio State University got robbed in the in the dance cheerleading championship. But whatever. I mean, these are hard times. These are hard times right now for sports fans, what I'm talking about, everything else. But, it's funny, though, because in regards to the political landscape right now, the NBA coaches and I think 180 assistant coaches actually put out a statement about what they think should really happen in terms of, the justice reform and all that stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. I just want to talk about sports. I don't want to talk about politics. It's not what I'm here for. This is the prime cut, the extended cut, no less. So you got me for as long as I can do this thing. So now the Trailblazers, Tommy Beard makes an interesting point. He says, "Watch out for Portland. They're 100% healthy." Yeah. So if their big man is healthy and Dame is willing to play, and Damian Lillard is only willing to play if they do have a shot to make the playoffs, which is why I think they made it a 22-team play in, if you will. Yeah, so Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers, I think they've got a real shot. They're playing angry, first of all. When Dame Lillard is playing angry, and that dude plays angry a lot. Dude, he is one of the best players in the NBA, and he can, along with, the rest of their team, yeah, they are solid. And they got their big man back. Their big man, I can't remember his name right now, but if the Portland Trailblazer big man is healthy, then indeed they got a team to be reckoned with. Now, if you want my opinion on the best teams in the West, you got both your LA teams. The Lakers are good, the Clippers are good. Dallas is good, the Mavericks, and Houston. Houston's so good. I would still say Houston has a shot. As long as they're shooting those threes. Remember when they went to the micro ball or whatever you want to call it? Small ball, micro ball, whatever. Houston was just like playing 5 guards or 4 guards and a small forward, and they're just launching it up behind the three-point line like nobody's business. Man, yeah, Houston, if they get on a hot streak, then they can absolutely go. Yep, thanks, Dare. I appreciate that. This is not CNN. You are absolutely right. Sorry about that. I just thought, we were talking about the NBA, and that was just one thing that they've done recently. So anyway, I will not touch it with a friggin' 10-foot pole for the rest of this thing. Aldridge plays for the San Antonio Spurs now. Jamarcus Aldridge, he moved a couple years ago. He's the big man down in San Antonio now. So they, but Kawhi and George. Yeah, Denver's good. So's Utah, for that matter. Denver, Utah. I mean, I tell you what, it's so strange in the NBA. Jokic the Joker. Yeah, there it is. But it's so strange in the NBA because it seems like every other few years or so, the Eastern Conference is really good, and the Western Conference has Golden State and San Antonio or something like that. And then all of a sudden, the Western Conference is really good, and now the Eastern Conference just has Boston, let's see, the 76ers. Well, and we cannot forget, Fear the Deer. Fear the Deer. You know what I'm talking about? Anyone? The Freak. So, I don't know. The NBA, they go to this 22-team setup, and it's going to be pretty awesome, I got to say. It's going to be really exciting. The Spurs are not that scary. I don't even think they're the top 8. They're in the top 8 right now. So, Lakers for life. I feel you. Now, if you didn't know, Dare, this USA jersey I got right here is number 10 for the USA. And that's my man, Kobe. So, Nurkic, there's his name. That's the big man for the Portland Trail Blazers. There we go. That's who I'm talking about. That guy, man. He reminds me of Sabonis, actually. Anyone remember? Well, now there's a Sabonis now for Utah, I think. No, he's for Indiana. And Sabonis plays for Indiana now, and that's his son. But his dad, Sabonis, played for the Portland Trail Blazers back in the day. And he was a crazy big man with passing skills you wouldn't believe. Him and Chris Webber are the best big passing men I've ever seen. But now, and Jurkic, whatever, he reminds me of that. Now, I don't think the Spurs are scary anymore. I don't. I mean, what players they had. They're just old. They're just old. Greg Popovich needs to roll that roster on over. That's what needs to happen there. Pop, he's a little over his head right now with these old guys. There's just they're not going to be able to beat anybody with the giant fundamentals. With the big fundamental. Where's Tim Duncan when you need him? I know that's his son, Jason Dean. Hey, Kobe's one of my all-time favorite players in the league. So, remember that thing? I look like an idiot doing it, but Kobe would do it, and that meant business, man. That meant he was like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to score 60 on you. But, anyhow, if the Spurs only have Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay's still in the league. I forgot they had Rudy Gay. Yeah. What about Ginobili? Did Ginobili retire? I think so. I haven't seen Spurs basketball in so long. The only basketball I've seen is like the basketball I just happen to look over and see right now, and there's Scottie Pippen playing against the Trailblazers, missing the shot. Jordan with the follow-up dunk. Oh, chewing gum and Ian Clyde Drexler. Man, that's old. This is old. Horace Grant with a rebound. What is this, Oh, DeRozan. Well, DeRozan is okay. DeRozan is funny because DeRozan, when he was with the Toronto Raptors, he was all right. I think he made the All-Star team 1 or 2 times or something like that. But he played down the road from me in the state playoffs. You saw Kobe play in high school? You're showing your age there, Jason Dean. It's all right. I'm an old guy too, man. Here's how old I am. When I was a freshman in high school, Grant Hill was a senior in high school, except he was just in my district. He didn't go to the same school as me, so I got to see Grant Hill play in high school. And he tore my school up, man. Like, Grant Hill was a man amongst boys. That's how that went. So, ooh. So anyway, I finally got into the barbershop. But I couldn't have him cut off my hair. If you guys, I don't know if you guys have watched this show for long, but if you had, I usually have like shorter hair. But now I'm keeping it. I'm gonna grow this out. I'm gonna grow it out while I can. Getting a little thin. So Kobe played at Scranton High. Right on. I don't know where that is. I think, didn't he grow up in Pennsylvania? Oh, that was a 92. Oh, thanks, Tommy, jumping in there. That was the 92 finals with the Blazers and the Bulls. Heck yeah, that was a good series. All right. So Jason graduated a year before Kobe did. Well, that's got to be cool. Because Kobe Bryant, I'm going to talk about Kobe for a split second. I know I'm losing people watching. I don't care. But Kobe, he was more than just a basketball player. Man, first of all, he was the most like Jordan I've ever seen. And Jordan, I don't care. If you ask me who's the greatest of all time, Jordan or LeBron, I got to go Jordan. I do. Sorry. I think Jordan's will alone is what makes him a better player than LeBron. But anyway, Kobe is the closest to Jordan I've ever seen and probably will ever see. No one is ever going to take that approach to the game like those two guys. So, but even after basketball, Kobe Bryant he came out, he wrote a kid's book, he made a short film, he won awards for all this stuff. He was just an outstanding human being that was gone too soon. So, Kobe! And I still can't stop myself from doing it. If I am sitting across the room and I somehow ended up with a piece of paper I had to ball up and I got my waste paper basket over there, I launched that bad boy, and I gotta go. Kobe! To this very day. Still yelling Kobe. I don't care. I love that man. Yeah, he won an Academy Award. I think he also won he won another award too. Anyway, so it's pretty outstanding. Pretty outstanding human being. So, yeah. The only thing I want to talk about, the Saints, is what they're going to look like next year. Because, as of right now, they still have a lot of skilled players. What really interests me, though, and I know I got a lot of Raider fans here, so let me talk about the Raiders for a split second. There's not a team in the NFL right now that is more of a coin toss. That's the truth. They could be great. They could be great. They could win that division even. Or they could fall flat on their face. We have no idea. We really have no idea. Now, I'm thinking, because I like Gruden. Gruden, I think, he's a decent coach. He's a good coach. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. I watched him when he had his little, QB workshops he was doing, with the random quarterbacks. But Gruden he's a good coach. I do not like your general manager, though, but only I don't like his broadcasting. He might be a better general manager than he is a broadcaster, but only because I don't like the lisp. He has a lisp when he talks. Whoa. This gave like the people's eyebrow for a second. Anyway, so. Ooh. But we are less than 100 days. That's right, Byron Roberts Nation, baby. We are less than 100 days from football, and I wish it was tomorrow. I wish it was tomorrow. If you could fast forward time and from now until when the football season starts, I would be all right with that. Usually I'm a summer guy. I like to get out and do stuff in the summer, but I don't even care. But you guys have a good defense on paper, and your quarterback room is crazy because Carr, I think he's got the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be ground and pound all year. Right on. We'll have to see. The thing is Carr still has to do what he does, man. He's got to get out there and show and prove. Otherwise, Mariota's going to be on that field in no time. And they got no problem starting him. I know this. I know that the Raiders brass will not have any problem pulling Carr and starting Mariota. And Mariota's just a more exciting quarterback. It's the truth. Well, there's a reason why the man almost won the Heisman. He was drafted number 2 behind famous Jameis Winston, who's now the backup for the Saints. Yeah. Well, Luis Romero, you got a good point. They do have to gel. It is about chemistry. If the Raiders can't find that chemistry real fast, then it's going to be a real long season. And you know what? It's going to be tough going all around the league. Without OTAs and whatnot happening right now, that's just less practice time. And the NFL has gone ahead and they have canceled all the 2-team practices. You know how they, 2 teams will practice again with each other and then they'll scrimmage and play at the end? Well, yeah, there's no 2-team practices this year. So teams are going to have a real tough time, I think, getting into football shape and being ready for that NFL season. I hate to say it, but logic tells me that there's going to be a lot of soft tissue injuries. A lot of pulled hammies. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you don't practice. So, whoever wins, that's my QB. What do you mean? Are you saying whether it's Carr or Mariota, whoever wins, that's your QB? Because I get that. Oh, wow. So Luis thinks Mariota's going to take over. He thinks that Carr is standing on a wooden leg and he's going to kick it out. That's hardcore right there. That's hardcore. Yeah. And see, here's the thing, though. I don't know if you guys know about Mariota's contract, but it's set up. So if he ends up starting, if he gets on that field, then he could make way more than that $8 million a year that it says so on the surface. There are so many bonuses and basically that are just mixed up in that are written into that contract. All right, incentives. That's the word I'm looking for. Mariota could easily be the starting quarterback and be paid like one, and all he has to do is produce. You know? So, man, tell you what. If you're just joining us, once again, this is the Extended Cut with Prime. You can follow Raider Reaction on Facebook as well as on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. For all your Raider news, and then a little bit of me, the man who digs the shield. So, yeah, I like to talk about the whole league, because I know it's one nation. I know that. But there's 31 other teams. Well, Byron Roberts says Carr can do it. He thinks Carr can do it. I don't know if Carr can do it. I don't know if Carr can outshine Mariota on a football field, even on the practice, when they're practicing. I think once these teams finally do get together, it is going to, Carr's going to have to show and prove, man. Show and prove. Because as of right now, I don't think his starting quarterback position is safe. I think Mariota's on his heels. Big and bad. I wouldn't be surprised if Mariota started, game 4. If things don't go as well as the Raiders hope to, don't be surprised. Game 4, we're looking at a new quarterback. So, yeah. Now, elsewhere in the league, of course, hey, famous Jameis Winston sucks. He did throw 30 interceptions, but he also threw 33 touchdowns and threw for over 5,000 yards. So if that sucks, I don't know. That's like Brett Favre sucks, He threw a bunch of interceptions, but he won a bunch of games. Now, Jameis, this might be the best thing for Jameis Winston, actually, to go and spend time with Sean Payton and Drew Brees up in that locker room so he can learn how to play some serious football. Oh, Luis says Mariota's there to take Carr's job. I don't know. I think it's something that Maycock and Gruden just kind of, they saw him. You can't just let him pass, That's you couldn't let a player like that go by. I think they did that just to light a fire under Carr's butt. That's just how that works out. Like, they brought in a quarterback who could easily outplay him, if in so case Carr doesn't really bring the wood, man. He's got to bring it. He's got to bring the wood. Yeah. But Jameis Winston has an opportunity of a lifetime right now. Because, Jameis Winston sucks. Drew Brees doesn't suck. The man's a good quarterback and has been for a good long time. It's hard to get to the NFC playoffs all the time and lose. But it happens to Drew Brees. But the reason they lose is also Drew Brees. Yeah. Or their defense. Hard to say. But Drew Brees doesn't suck. And Sean Payton is a brilliant offensive mind. So if Jameis Winston can go in and, I'd take Carr over famous Jameis anytime. Dare, that's no lie. I'll take Carr, who doesn't throw 30 interceptions, over the guy that throws 30 interceptions. That's easy. Yeah. Talking about the same Mariota that lost his job to Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, it happens though. I've seen it. That's one thing that happens in professional sports all the time, Tommy Beard, is that when a player, he can get a little tired, he can get a little lackadaisical in a location. But the best thing for him is to go to another team, and suddenly that fire is rekindled. You know what I mean? Like, that fire is lit again, and suddenly they're playing, balls out. So let's just see if Mariota does that, because I think he will. Ryan Tannehill, on the other hand, who may have been, actually, Ryan Tannehill was like the best quarterback the last 8 weeks of the season, according to some crap, But Tannehill's going to come back down to earth. There's a reason why that guy got lost all those games in Miami, Jason Dean says Carr's going to play good this year, more weapons that can catch. That's the truth. That's the truth. There were far too many drop balls amongst Raider wide receivers last year. We'll have to see about that. Very good O-line, and the D is young and hungry. Yeah, that's another problem. All right, I know that there were moves that addressed the defensive backfield for the Raiders, but are those moves going to pay off? Because as of right now, it's just on paper. We don't know. We don't know. But the weapons are definitely there. I mean, you're picking boys out of Clemson. That's always, I'm sorry. You know, ooh. All right, well, Raider fans, tell me this. Would you rather have Carr, Mariota, or the quarterback out of Clemson? Oh, man. I hate it when a name just eludes me. Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. So would you rather have Carr, Mariota, or Lawrence out of University of Clemson? Because he's going to be the first pick of the draft next year, if you ask me. That's what I think. You know, and the guy's got championship pedigree, and that doesn't come very often. You know, that's the thing. When Alabama was winning all those championships, they were doing it with average to below average quarterbacks. You know, Alabama just had talent at every other position. Meanwhile, Trevor Lawrence, he took the field right after Deshaun Watson. Oh, yeah. And I think, man, that guy is golden. And that's what I think. He was a higher rated high school player than even Joe Burrows right now. Carr's our guy. You guys are ride or die. I like that. But in football, you can't be that ride or die with one player, because that one player will end up in a different jersey in a matter of no time. I don't care what kind of contract they got. You're going to be traded in a heartbeat. Next thing you know, Carr's wearing a fucking Dallas jersey or something. Yeah, you definitely improved there at linebacker. Burfict. I like Burfict, but Corey Littleton, like I said, he is a steal. That dude is a tackle machine. He's like the Luke Kuechly of the West Coast. Oh, no. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to tank or anything like that. But Lawrence would be a great Raider. That dude, man, he's like 6'5", like a statue. He's got locks. He belongs on the West Coast. He's so Californian. So Californian. So, whew. Less than 100 days. Less than 100 days, and this all becomes real. I cannot wait. Man. But who is the best quarterback in the league right now? Who is the best quarterback in the league right now? That's what I want to know. Is it Lamar Jackson? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it the Seattle Seahawks quarterback there? Wilson? Who's the best quarterback in the league? Is it Aaron Rodgers? Y'all got quiet all of a sudden. You're like, best quarterback? Oh, man. Because you know it's not Carr. Carr's not the best quarterback in the league. It's not Mariota even. Mariota's not even the best quarterback in the league. So I wonder who the best quarterback in the league is. Lamar Jackson. I will not speak his name. Drew Brees is the best quarterback in the league? No way. Man, I mean, he's good. I'd say he's top 10. A lot of Lamar Jackson. There's Lamar Jackson. I don't know if Lamar Jackson. He's got a funny throwing motion. I admit, I did not believe in him coming out of college, and that 1 year he sat behind, the one quarterback there for Baltimore that went to Denver and sucked. Yeah, I would say I think the best quarterback in the league. Uh-oh. One day we'll find it, the Rainbow Connection, here in Kansas City. Nah, Wilson, I think, is the best quarterback in the league. I don't care. I'll say it. I think Deshaun Watson, give him a better coach. That's a good one. That's a good one. Aaron Rodgers, he's kind of fallen off the pace a little bit. But man, do not give that man a chance at the end of the game. Hi, I am the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. No more Patrick Mahomes impressions or Kermit the Frog impressions. They're the same thing. All right. Nah, but Russell Wilson balls out. That guy carries the Seahawks on his team every week. He's got no run. He hasn't had a running game since Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch. He has not had a running game since Marshawn Lynch. He's got terrible wide receivers. Just got one. DJ, what's his face? A rookie last year. Man, he's a good receiver. Other than that, man. Oh, you like that? You like that? Are you trying to tell me that the Minnesota quarterback is he's not the best quarterback. But man, I do. You guys are cracking me up all of a sudden. Oh man, I think Russell Wilson, he carries the team on his back. He gets so overlooked, but that guy he can throw a mile. He can drop it on a dime. He can run. He's built like a shortstop. You know. Oh man. So once again, this is the extended cut presented by Raider Reaction, and you can find us on Instagram as well as YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. I am Prime. This is what I do. I'm the NFL guys, the sports guru. You know, yeah, I tell you what, I can't wait for football. DK Metcalf, there we go. That's the only decent wide receiver in Seattle right now. The only one. The other wide receivers, they show up only sometimes. Sometimes inconsistency is the issue with those wide receivers. You know, it is funny. You know what? You want me to what? You want me to do the old Kermit the Frog? I mean Patrick Mahomes impression again? We can do this all night, baby. Yeah. I wish Kareem Hunt would come back so he could smack my ass. Tom Brady better watch out for Tampa Bay, says Robert Petitclerc. Ooh. Petitclerc. I think. I might have butchered that one. But, yeah, I mean, Tom Brady, I don't think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. People call him the GOAT. He's not even the GOAT to me, man. There's been too much crap to go along with it, man. You can't have Deflategate and Spygate and whatever else and still be like, yeah, I'm the best there's ever been. Nah, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. One more time. But, is Tom Brady better than famous Jameis Winston? I think so. Yo, what up, Keith Herenza? Woo. All right. So less than 100 days till football starts, and I already can't wait. I think your man Carr's on the hot seat. Who else is on the hot seat? I'm going to say everybody in Jacksonville is on the hot seat. Yeah. Can't ride with Gardner Minshew. Yeah, can Matt Ryan do it again this year? That's a good question. And the answer is he's going to do what he does. Like Matt Ryan, I mean, they had a terrible start to last season. They finished, I think they won 4 out of the last 5 games going into the offseason last year, did the Falcons. And if Matt Ryan, now he's got Todd Gurley in the backfield. Todd Gurley when healthy. His knees. He's got bad knees, Todd Gurley does. You still think Cam is going to sign in New England? Nah, man. Belichick doesn't like Cam Newton like that. Nah, I think Cam Newton's going to be a Los Angeles Ram because Jared Goff is a bum. But yeah, Joe Montana, Kenny Stabler, those are good. Well, Joe Montana, hey. Not going to lie, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, those were 2 of the reasons I got into football when I was about that tall. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Do I think Matt Ryan can do it again? Yeah, I think he can. Do I think Joe Montana is the GOAT? Yes, I do. And do I think Cam Newton will be in New England? God, I hope not. But Belichick, oh my gosh. If Belichick had a quarterback with an arm, that might be dangerous. Because Tom Brady can't go more than 10, 15 yards down the field. Cam Newton, he doesn't like to throw to wide receivers. He just likes to throw to running backs and tight ends. Boy. Send Carr to the Patriots. Whoa! You can't do that. You can't go to the Patriots from the Raiders, man. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I could stop that transaction from happening, but I would damn sure do everything possible. I'd write a letter. I don't know. I'd go knock on the Patriot facility and be like, y'all let me in. Let me talk to Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, don't sign Carr. You can't. I'd go to Carr's house. He's a nice guy. He'd let me in. He would let me in. But anyway. Thanks everyone for joining me tonight. Come back next Wednesday where I will be on again, 9 o'clock Central. With the extended cut where I talk sports, I'll talk football, I interact with you guys. We do this together, so thanks for everything. Dare, Keith, Jason Dean, you the man, thanks. Raider Nation, football love. Hey, the Shield, and Jim Bob Cooter. Hot damn, hot.